6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Anyway, hey, what's happening? We are here live on this, that, and the other radio. We are at dirtyradio.fm and Dirty Radio Classics. Now, I'm not seeing Brett Scallions. I'm seeing this beautiful black screen. I'll show you what I'm seeing. I hope he's dressed. This is what we're seeing here. So, hello, Brett. Hello, Black Box. How are you today?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just don't see your face.
I don't get it. I was there a minute ago.
You were there a minute ago. See now, everybody.
Let me try something. Let me try this again. I'm going to log back on.
All right, sounds good. So anyway, Brett's going to fly out of here for a second. He's going to come back on. We're going to add him to the screen. Maybe I should boot him from the room and have him come back. But anyway, we get to do this every once in a while. We typically just are at dirtyradio.fm on channel Dirty Radio Classics for this, that, and the other. But I had to see his face. And every once in a while, we just do this, something special for the kids. So anyway, while we wait for Brett to come back in, I want to let you know we've got the Jolie Molland from Badfinger, the band Badfinger. I mean, if you don't, you will. And so we've got him coming up on the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time hour. And then, of course, it's just all the typical music news. We've got brand new songs from Mike Tramp. We've got Miles Kennedy. We've got all sorts of good stuff. So while we wait for Brett Scallions to come on, I'm just going to kind of vamp here a little bit. We got a big election coming up in less than a week. I went out and voted, and I got to tell you, it was cool. It was everybody was all spaced and happy, and I think the thing is a lot of people didn't want to vote because they wanted to mail because they're afraid. Rightfully so. That's all good. But there's a lot of things that we do that are sort of the same thing, So, we go to the store, we do all these other things, and people in Walmart, they're bumping their uglies right up on you at the Walmart. All right, so the safest thing you could do was go out and vote, and so we voted. So I see Brett is coming into the room, but it says his devices are not connected. So I see his mug. Let's bring that face right here, the face the face you love. The face only a mother can love. All the mothers across the world love this face. Hey, Brett Scallions, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I always keep up with the family and see how you're doing. And I noticed this kind of post that sort of came out of for us, the fans and listeners to this, that, and the other. Were kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? Because for me, I kind of think that Brett Scallions kind of is Fuel. You've been the mainstay of that band outside of in the mid 2000s where you had left and then you guys started Refuel and then kind of branched off again and then you came back as Fuel. And so what is going on? What the heck is going on?
Oh, it's been a fun, crazy ride all these years. It's been over 2 decks that I've been.
I feel like Carl has cut off his internet. Hey, I'm gonna send you a text, Brett. Boy, oh boy, this is just what happens. Live radio, folks. Let's see. Boy, Mr. Brett, he is frozen, but he's a good-looking guy, right? Oh, I see him coming up here. Hang on, we've got a third Brett.
I'm trying.
What? Yeah, no.
Well,
Let's. So look at that. Listen, did you know that you had a twin?
what the hell's going on here?
Hey, I'd like to introduce Brett Scallions number 2. Now, which ones will the real Brett Scallions stand up?
Please stand up. Please stand
All
up.
right. All right. So
There
yeah,
we
maybe
go.
we got bumped off, maybe some bad internet, but hey, it's the day of the
Yeah.
age of what we're doing here. So we were just kind of recap. The question was, what happened?
Yeah.
I kind of thought you were synonymous with fuel, and you
Yeah.
made a post last week saying not happening anymore. So what's going on?
I figure it's time. I've been doing it for a long time. I figure, it's time to move on and do other things, do what I want to do, be a solo artist or perform in other bands if I want, but be creative and have a good time doing what I love to do. And I think that this year has really, for all of us, has really given us some time to sit back and think about ourselves and our lives and analyze ourselves and kind of do a little soul searching, figure out what is important to us, and be able to. It's kind of forced us into taking steps into new directions. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I hope you can see me because I lost you. There you are.
Yeah, no. I can see. I'm just, framing you there right in the center so everybody can tune into what you're saying. So,
Gotcha.
last year, I came across an interview in 2019, and obviously a lot has changed in 2019. We all had a lot of aspirations, and then our world got kind of rocked here in the spring of this year. But last year you were talking about recording some new music for Fuel, as well as celebrating the 20th
Sure.
anniversary of one of the albums. And obviously you weren't able to, none of us have been able to go out and celebrate really much of anything this year, but did that have anything to do with it? I mean, obviously there must be a bit, because what, the question is why would you, take the brand Fuel, which is a very well-known brand, and one of which is synonymous with you, and change it and call it Brett Scallions?
Yeah, like last year, I was kind of throwing some seeds out in cyberspace about new music and things like that. I didn't intend to make it known that I was writing material for Fuel per se. I was just more or less writing music and being creative, and I never really chose what I was going to release it as, whether it would be released as Fuel or whether it would be released as Brett Scallions or whether it would be released under a different band name altogether completely. I didn't know. I was just trying to be as creative as I possibly could, and writing songs with my brothers, and writing songs by myself as well, and recording all of the material completely on my own at times as well. So that's the beauty of having a studio is in your house, is you can kind of sit down and flesh out ideas on your own, and kind of, I'm fortunate enough that I can play the drums and I can play the bass and play guitar, so I can kind of go through ideas on my own and record them myself. So, and that's exactly what I've done on a lot of the songs that I've been working on. So
Right on. So I guess kind of what I'm getting to is the dynamic of I get wanting to do your own thing, but it looks like the guys that have been with you the past year or so or a couple years are going to be along for this right here. What's the reason from saying I'm not calling it Fuel anymore, I'm calling it Brett Scallions, or whatever else you're going to do with it?
yeah, I talked to the guys about it, and I told them what my thoughts were, what my plan was, and Phil and Shannon and Jason, all three of them said, you know what, we got your back, bro. We love you, and we're gonna go with you every step of the way. So I thought, okay, that's great. And for me, I was never given the opportunity to actually be an owner in the Fuel brand, which is kind of crazy. But I I I missed out on that opportunity early on in the band. So I don't own the rights to the Fuel brand whatsoever. So I had to put together a license agreement. So within that, I was also paying, a percentage of everything that I did Fuel related to uh, the one who owns the Fuel brand and everything. So at the
Sure.
end of the day here, I'm looking at things and I'm going, I've done the Fuel thing for a long time. I'm kind of tired of doing. I'm tired of having an extra hand in everything. So I'm gonna just do it on my own from now on.
Yeah, no, right on. I think that's a dynamic a lot of people don't know and don't see is that, even if the faces of people that have a stake in the business aren't on the stage, they still have a stake in the business. So it's like, I don't need to go out and tour. I'm not going to go out and tour, but I still have a stake. So, for you to go out with that marquee name, you've got a benefit there. But also it benefits them as well. And we've lost Brett Scallions again. Because Brett's out there working the name and they're getting a percentage of the money to stay home. So, that's kind of what the dynamic is here is that even though Brett's running it, it's his face. He's got his 3 guys that go out with him and they do all those Fuel hits. What happens is whoever's actually got the ownership in that band, they also get a percentage of it too. So, you're feeding an extra mouth while and we've got Brett back here. While they're not even touring, they just actually have the interest in the band name. So, Brett, I was just kind of explaining a little bit of the dynamic, about how somebody could have a stake in the band, but actually have nothing to do with it outside of the fact that they own the name or the rights. And so you're out there working the name. The name is good for you because it's got name recognition, but it's also good for them because they're not potentially having to, pile up in the van, do all the traveling, deal with the brown M&Ms and still get a cut.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know exactly everything that you just said there. Unfortunately, things cut out on me. But
Gotcha.
yeah, in the nutshell, I'm you know that don't necessarily need to be there anymore. Is simply put, you know.
Right on.
So,
So
and you know
let's
what?
talk
I'm incredibly happy and excited. What's that?
Well, I was going to say, let's talk about the new stuff. So, you've been working on this new
Yeah.
record now for, at least a better part of this year. And, things are wacky. When do we put something out during a pandemic? Can we tour behind it and support it? What are your plans for, releasing songs? Are you going to kind of trickle them out? Are you going to, where are you guys at? Or is it still very early to tell?
Yeah, I'm taking my sweet time about it. I I've got all the time in the world here, that's for sure
Sure.
when it
Sure.
comes to, with the pandemic and everything. And, I'm a little hesitant on just kind of throwing things out without being able to have the game plan of actually going out and supporting it. So, right now I'm just focused on writing and recording as much as possible. I'm doing everything with my old partner Eddie Wall, and Eddie and I have done loads of projects together. From Eddie did the Puppet Strings record with me, and he and Sean Danielson from Smile Empty Soul, the 3 of us, we wrote a project called World Fire Brigade together.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Eddie and I have also done numerous things for TV. Um, and so the laundry list of
I feel like Brett has a rat problem in his house and they're chewing on his wires. Well, he looks good every time he freezes. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, so I've got a couple more questions for Brett. Should he come out of his? Oh, he's connecting again. Let's see if we can get the 2 Bretts again. Here we go. There we go. Now we're back to 3 Bretts.
yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's me or what's going on, but this thing keeps kind of kicking me off, and
Yeah. I think we're just losing you with the connection. So I will not torture you too much longer than we just kind of wanted to see. So no real timeline. You're working with some old cats that you've done some stuff with before, and it's you've got something coming out hopefully within the next 6 months. I mean, even if it's trickling a song out or two. Well, yeah, I think what's going to happen is we're probably going to release a song or two, throughout the next 6 months or so, and then we're going to tour the world and take it over. That would be his answer. That should be his answer. Oh, he's coming back again. Oh my gosh, I feel bad for I don't know. He's just got a terrible internet connection here. I see him popping up again. This just happens, folks. Live radio. So if you're listening to this, that, and the other radio show, you're wondering what the hell's going on. If you're watching it, you're wondering what the hell's going on. So we brought Brett back into the room, and I feel like I don't want to keep you much longer because I feel like for some reason you're getting booted off here, and that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Brett agrees. And there he goes. Is he back again? All right, he's gone. All right, folks. So, I was going to do this. I'm just going to have to do this without him because I think we're going to lose Brett today. I was going to ask him what actor he looks like. Okay. And I think he looks like he looks like somebody to me. So I put his face in this little face recognition thing, and this is one of the faces it said he looked like Brett Sturgill Simpson. I put that in a thing. It's a 73% match. All right. Then the other one I put in was Wiz Khalifa. He looks like Wiz Khalifa. I don't see it. I kind of went with, I was going to ask him this too, what actor he's been known to look like. And I say he looks like Matthew McConaughey. That's what I'm going with. So I don't know. He's checking in one more time here, and then we'll send him on his on his way. He's got to call his internet hamster and feed it because I think it's not running fast enough. Let's see if Brett comes in just to at least say goodbye and any parting words. I wish I had the Jeopardy theme right now. This maybe this is why I don't do so many of these because it's just kind of wacky. But we're gonna wait a second. Let's play some Fuel Brett footage while we're waiting here. See if he comes on, and if not, then we will continue this, that, and the other radio show. Unfortunately, our live stream sucked today, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. But I want to thank Brett for coming out here and just kind of clearing the air that he felt he didn't need to have the anchor of the business ties to the band Fuel anymore, of which he was not an owner, and that he wanted to essentially go off on his own, do what he's doing, but not have the extra hand in there, and just have the guys in his band to be there with him. So that ultimately sounds like, a pretty darn good plan. It's 2020. Things are wacky. It's time to mix stuff up here. So, folks, I'm going to tune off of this here, off the Facebook Live. We're going to go back to the radio, dirtyradio.fm channel, Dirty Radio Classics. As you can see right there, you could be listening at dirtyradio.fm. You choose the cassette, Dirty Radio Classics, and you'll hear the show. We got some music coming up. I've got also an awesome guest coming up as well. And from Badfinger with brand new music and a lot of really cool classic stories, Joey Molland is coming up in the next hour. Heads up, I've talked to Jesse Vest from Days of the New and Tantric, bass player, has a brand new band called Blitzkrieg. It's all guys from Days of the New, all guys from Tantric, same three guys, and a brand new singer. So let's see if three's a charm on the singer front with respect to those guys. I'm working out a date to have Jesse come on, possibly next Wednesday. So for those that tuned in and hung in here for the bad signal, I appreciate it. Brett is texting me right now. He sends his love. He apologizes. Check out the Brett Scallions music page for all the information, song samples, and whatever. And if I do get a demo or a sample, I will definitely play it here on the show. I am going to take off, folks, to head over to the radio part of things. That's this. And then, that's it. We'll try this again another time. For those that hung out, I appreciate it. Sometimes not everything is winning the World Series. Today, we didn't win the World Series. Today was a little bit of a swing and a miss, but not Brett's fault. I blame Obama. All right, you guys take care. Peace out. This and the other radio show. Troy Patrick Farrell. I'm headed over to dirtyradio.fm, Dirty Radio Classics. All right? Peace.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. fucking thing sucks!